Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Hey, hi-ho, here we go, a Tuesday edition, our Taco Tuesday edition, from a wonderful new location, Hurricanes, Jewington Creek. We've been here about 3 times now. We're here every single Tuesday in the heart of Mandarin. Boy, this place is established, and it has a great reputation, great local crowd, fun place. The menu is incredible. The tacos are unbelievable. You know the wings. Well, wings are in the name, for God's sakes, and it's just a fun place. Great new owners that took over earlier in the year. Josh and Callie Perry, and we hope to talk to Josh a little bit later, but he's been ducking us as we welcome Patrick Young. I'm Terry here. He's been ducking us. Josh got a little bad back, and Patrick, I don't know if you remember a week ago right here, his wife Callie sat here, and I interviewed her about just the new place. Man, she was unbelievable.
I do remember that. That was great.
I think Josh is intimidated. I think
his wife she outdid him, and now he doesn't want to come on. I get it.
Hey, he's got a bad back. Okay, bad back. Anyway, we appreciate it. She's one of the first people, the only person I ever have known. She is a Florida Gator, Oregon Duck fan, and I was asking her about it on the air, and she said, "Well, I said." Is somebody in the family from Oregon, the Pacific Northwest? No, I follow football. I love college football. I've always loved the way they play. They play with passion, and she was breaking down schemes. And
that's fair.
Yes.
That's fair. I can't be mad at that because if she was like, this would be fair too. They have the best jerseys and they have the uniforms or look so great. That would have been fair, but the fact that she said, style of play and history, I can let it slide.
I'm with you. Hey, a couple of numbers we need to be aware of, 18 and 25. If I'm doing my math right, 18 days until the start of college football, 25 days until the official everybody kicks it off. 18 days now before Florida State, Georgia Tech. They kick it off in Dublin, Ireland. They'll get on a plane at least 2 weeks from now. No later, right? They're going to fly out of there 4 days ahead of time. You don't just show up in Dublin. I'm telling you, the Noles and the Yellow Jackets are getting on a plane to go knock heads in 2 weeks. In 2 freaking weeks, Patrick. The Jaguars have a preseason game Saturday night. The entire NFL, everybody plays either Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Patrick, I hope you're ready, my man. Year number 2, the Young and Norvelle Show. It's football season, brother. It's football season.
Man, I'm just, I love sports. I need something to get my juices flowing again, Terry.
We're here. I
need something
to
get me going.
I want to talk about a lot of stuff today, and you've got some topics. By the way, USA men's basketball team, Olympic basketball team, they're rolling. Last time I looked, it was 19. What is it now? It was 19 a moment ago. They were up 19.
Snoop Dogg made it. He's looking all Snoopish.
Do you have the score? Do you have the score? It was 19 when I looked up a minute ago.
20-26, up 14 right now, and Jason Tatum checked in with 7:30 left in the second quarter.
That Jason Tatum,
crazy, man.
That Jason Tatum, that guy. He doesn't quite start on this team. He comes off the bench, even though he's got an NBA ring on his finger. How about that?
And then even this, Jaylen Brown not getting taken before Derek White. And again, Derek White, he's a great player, but he's not better than Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Interesting. Good problem to have if you're the head basketball coach for the men's Olympic team. Okay, let's set the stage. Here's what we're doing here with the Olympic basketball and the Olympics in general. The games are pretty much over. I think Saturday they kind of end. Sunday is the closing ceremony. And I don't think, Patrick, I may be wrong, but I don't think there's a lot of activity on that Sunday, right? They're all kind of meeting up, and they do the walkout, I think, right? They do the closing ceremony walkout. So this thing will wrap up another 4 or 5 days. Here's what you got. Today, the U.S. men basketball team, they're in the quarterfinals against Brazil. They're going to win. They're up by about 20 right now. Serbia won earlier today. Did you hear about Serbia? They came back from 24 down and won by 5. That's a 29-point run. So the United States will have to win 2 more games to win the gold after today. 2 more, Patrick. And
it wasn't Germany because Germany's still in it. Who was it? Was it Germany?
It might have been Germany. I think it might have been Germany in basketball.
Germany or Spain? One of the two.
I do know this. You may be getting Germany mixed up. I was watching earlier today. The U.S. women's soccer team had a hellacious battle on their hands. They won 1-0 in like maybe double overtime. They had to score in overtime, extra time, and hold on. It was a hell of a match. But the United States women's soccer team is heading for gold, hopefully. So the Olympics,
much better to get that win before it goes to penalties. If you can get that one secure goal, time, absolutely.
Yeah. And I watched quite a bit of the extra time part of that, and Germany had a couple cracks at that thing too. They had a couple cracks at that thing. But the Olympics, a little bit of Olympic fatigue with me. I don't watch it all, but it's been going on now, and you can't get away from it. I mean, and maybe you shouldn't. It's the dominant sports event right now in the world. But, if you're watching highlights, Olympics pops up. If you are reading your computer sports page, your favorite sports page, Olympics pops up. I'm a little Olympic fatigued, but I can make it through Saturday. So I guess basketball, soccer. I'm trying to think other marquee events. They're kind of winding down. All the swimming's done, right? All the gymnastics.
Volleyball, men's and women's volleyball. There's
volleyball.
So
a little bit of volleyball.
Those are. I mean, I like watching women's volleyball more than men's because the men, they just hit the ball so hard.
Yeah.
And the girls are pretty.
Yeah, they are pretty. Okay.
Yeah, other countries too. It was a Polish girl. I was like, oh man, she can do whatever she wants with her life.
But most of the marquee stuff is slowly winding down, and like I said, I think Saturday really is the final activity day. Sunday is the clean out your room and head down to the big stadium, and they do a closing ceremony walkthrough too, don't they? Right? They walk through.
Yeah, apparently Tom Cruise is going to be a part of it.
Yeah, he's filmed a big thing. Tom Cruise, as we want to welcome some people saying hello on our chat. I want to say hi to Mike. He says hello, fellas.
We got to 200. Oh yeah, that's right. We sure do.
Yeah, Mike says we still have the men's 200 meter in track.
I think we have relays as well. 4x4s.
Is that right?
4x. Yeah, I know Noah Lyle. He'll be a part of that 4x1 team for sure.
And shame on me, but maybe it hasn't gotten enough press. I've seen nothing about the decathlon. Is the decathlon going on? Has it started or?
I just saw a commercial with Anna Hall, and her as growing up, and I didn't. She's been doing this her whole life.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen her. Maybe that's just me. But
the decathlon, years gone by, sometimes it markets itself or it doesn't. I think we're in one of these. It doesn't market itself because there are times where, and I can't remember all the names. You remember the great promotional Dan and Dave, I think, the two Americans that were so good. And I think Nike had a good campaign. And there have been Olympics where there's been the two leaders, the two guys that are going to win it. One of them was a Great Britain guy and one of them was American. So that sets up for a world, marquee setup, if you know what I mean. I don't know if we've got that this year or this Olympic go around. You need star power to kind of, if the U.S. men's basketball team was a bunch of college kids like it used to be, they probably wouldn't have got as much publicity. Well, it's LeBron James and it's Anthony Davis and it's all these guys. So I don't know if particularly the men's decathletes on the American side just have captured the nation or the world. But yeah, there have been years where going into the Summer Olympic Games, there were huge rivalries between a Great Britain athlete that we knew about a little bit, a German athlete that we knew about. And you said, man, this American guy, Joe Smith, he's got his hands full. Right, it's going to be hell. And you were anticipating it. I haven't even, Patrick, shame on me. Maybe I haven't watched enough. Help me out here. I haven't even heard the word decathlete or decathlon much at all these last 2.5 weeks or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think because I do remember even a few Olympics ago, when the guy did win it, not only before but after when he won it, just how well versed they were in letting us know his name.
I said you could walk by, not come on. How you doing? No, hey, Patrick, guy comes by, and I said, yo, you can walk by. He starts to sit down and get the headset. They got a good crew here at Hurricanes. They see a light, Patrick, and they're like flies. They come to the light. He's directing traffic right here. Free interview.
Like flies coming to a light.
Patrick, get over here. I need you, Patrick. I need you here. Hey, I want to also say our friend Gabby Rourke says hello from Lexington. Do you remember you were out? We had Gabby Rourke on, one of our wonderful city five-sport high school athletes that just went to the University of Kentucky on a soccer scholarship. And she says hello from Lexington watching. Gabby, we're tracking your career. I guarantee you that here in the Duval County area. Keep going well. I see that you are already practicing with the team. Patrick, we've got a college football poll. And I don't know if you've seen much of what we're going to do today. And I think we've got it loaded up. We'll see. We're getting so close to college football. I thought we'd have a poll today. Okay.
Let's do it.
And I gather.
You want me to put it out there on the airwaves?
Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. And hopefully you can vote. You folks watching out there can vote with a chat. Yes, no, maybe A, B, or C. So what I did, and I think we've got it loaded up. Shame on me if we don't on the back end. I don't want to put my producer at a bad spot. So what I did, Patrick, I gathered 3 different shots, college football-centric photos, 2, 2, and 2, okay? So I broke it down. A has 2, B has 2, and C has 2. You with me? Okay. And the question is, which one of these college visuals, A, B, or C, and we're just having a little fun here because we're just counting days to college football. Patrick, which one of these college football visuals makes you the most uncomfortable? And Patrick, can you see here? Can you see the screen? Okay.
Ooh.
A.
Keep it right there.
Right there. Okay, Patrick, let me walk you through it here. A is the 2 shots of the Tennessee Vol fans, men wearing these god-awful checkerboard overalls. And you see down at the bottom corner, and then, so there's 2 Tennessee. That's A. Does that make you more uncomfortable? Or right above them, Patrick, you see a couple of shots of the Texas A&M Yell team. Okay, and I like the Yell team, but Patrick, have you ever watched the Yell team?
I've never watched them do it.
Some of the moves they make, they kind of, Patrick, they kind of sashay through some of the moves. That's all I'm going to say. It's kind of uncomfortable if you've watched them on the sideline as they lead the crowd. Some of their movements, Patrick, it's kind of like a sashay. So we've got the Tennessee Vols, that's A, in the orange and white checkerboard overalls that men should not wear out. B, the Texas A&M Yell team with the way they kind of swish and swash around, Patrick. Look at the guy. Look at the guy on the knee right there. You see him, Patrick?
I got it. You
see him there?
I never watched it in person, but now, I'm uncomfortable just looking at the picture.
Yeah, okay. And then that's B. So Tennessee is A, Texas A&M is B, or is the most uncomfortable image from college football C, the FSU Glitter Boys? I know you've seen these guys over the years, right?
Oh,
tell me you've seen.
But they make me uncomfortable because I think of myself being that glitter person. Like, okay, it's weird with A&M, but you got to put up with it. I hate the checkerboards, obviously, but the glitter, I'm like, you can take these things off. The glitter, you can, but how long does it take to get it off?
And Patrick,
how long?
Look at the FSU. And these guys.
We were just talking the other day about sand being in places that shouldn't be when you go to the beach and you can't get it off.
Yes.
Until you get home. That's the way that they have outside on the sidewalk of the beach. It helps, but it doesn't get it all.
And I'll tell you, Patrick, the 2 glitter boys there, the glitter guys, whatever they call them at Florida State, they've been around now for about 15 years. Patrick, I do not in any way, shape. Listen to me. 20 years. Okay, Patrick. Listen to me. I do not in any way, shape, or form abdicate violence. Okay, violence is not cool. It's not the answer. But Patrick, how have over the last 20 years, how has no Florida State real fans pulled these guys aside and said, hey, guys, hey, kickoff's in about 30 minutes. Hey, we need to talk to you around here in the corner behind the stadium. Patrick, boom, 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 boom. Patrick, how do you let these guys continuously walk in your stadium like this? I'm going with C.
They're the poster boys for microplastics. And I guarantee you I'm going to say guarantee, but they're going to have some hormonal or some type of issue because, you can't, as small as that glitter, they're inhaling glitter.
They've got to be.
And they're inhaling it. They're ingesting it. It's getting inside of their body.
Well, I'm voting C, the most uncomfortable college image, and I can't wait for college football, but we're going to see all these images coming up soon. I'm voting C is the most uncomfortable college image we're going to see soon. Number one. Number two, Patrick, do they get their uniform on separately?
They have to.
Are they doing it together? They can't be two.
There's a third.
Who had the idea? Which one of these guys was Millie and which one was Vanilli?
Because has it not been covered? Like they go through the process of how they do it.
I hope not. I don't want to see that. My eyes. I couldn't unsee it.
There's got to be a
Patrick. Okay.
I'm thinking that they put on this glitter. Oh, let me keep one of those. They put the glitter in like a pool, like an inflatable pool,
and they
yeah, exactly. They do some snow angels in the
like you're making pork chops in flour before you drop it in the frying pan.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Patrick.
In a big Ziploc bag and shaking it up.
We're coming up on a vote. I want some votes. Again, A, the Tennessee checkerboard thing that they wear, that's uncomfortable. B, the A&M Yell guys that just their movements, they kind of sashay a little bit. Uncomfortable. That's all I'm going to say. Not going any deeper. Or C, the FSU glitter guys. I'm going C. Yeah, I'm going C. Charles, what do you go? Hey, going C as well. Patrick, stop it. You're making me uncomfortable, Patrick. So as we continue, I want you to vote on our chat line, okay? On our chat line. Here's the last thing about the glitter guys, Patrick. Okay, which one do you think, Garnet or Gold? Do you think Garnet or Gold went to the other one and said, hey, man, listen, this is about 20 years ago. Hey, man, listen, why don't we, before each home game, why don't we strip down to some shorts and then plaster our body in gold and garnet glitter and then go into a crowd of 80,000 people and a national TV audience? Hey, Patrick, you with me? Let's do that. That'll be a great idea.
I'm blaming it on the gold guy.
Gold guy. All right, let's blame it on gold guy. By the way, this is same.
How do they find garnet colored glitter? Because that's not a normal color. Gold, you can see. Garnet, is that even the right? Is that the right shade?
Shade. I don't know. And then you see the FSU, the glitter boys. The bottom one says, "Our seminal love will make you uncomfortable."
They've done it.
I'm going with that one. C gets my vote. Patrick.
Thinking about getting the glitter out of my ear, it gets in their ears and then the hair. And then, obviously we know the man area crevices, but then your toes, glitter between the toes.
And think about this, Patrick. Think about this. Hey, it's all fine and dandy when you're garnet and gold glitter boy from FSU before the game. Hey, you go, people taking pictures. Everything's great. How about you go to the stadium and you're dressed like that and your team gets their ass beat? Right?
But what would drive me craziest there? Yeah, for sure. Leaving the stadium or getting in, because sometimes it's like it's shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Bumping into one of these guys, getting their sweat-filled glitter just all over your clothes.
Hey, man, and Patrick, I understand that they are mainly they go to bowl games probably occasionally, but they go to the FSU home games in Tallahassee. But how college football is. FSU will have a lot of games in Tallahassee where the visiting team has 10, 12, 15,000 fans in that stadium. Can you imagine if these two guys somehow mess around and get into the wrong gate, and it's mainly Auburn fans or Gator fans or Notre Dame fans or Clemson fans? Can you imagine that?
I'm just like,
oh,
I'm disgusted by Terry. I'm not one of those people that usually gets like all super squeamish, but thinking about it now, I kind of would be for sure.
Oh, so A, Tennessee, B, Texas A&M, C, the Glitter Boys from FSU. Vote as we go to break. We'll come back, continue some talk here on a Tuesday edition. We're live coming to you. Our Tuesday home is now Hurricanes in Jointon Creek, right in the heart of Mandarin, right before the Jointon Creek Bridge. Stop by, say hi. They will be rocking and rolling Saturday night with the Jaguar ball game. Little overcast still, a little bit of rain coming down. I think we're blowing through the worst of it, and hopefully it'll blow out and have a good second half of the week as we welcome football season. It is getting close. One down, a long way to go. Stay with us right here on the Young and Norvelle Show on Action Sports Jacks.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
It's the only time it's ever happened pro ball. We'll get to that. Hey, here we go. Rainy afternoon, looking over Jack's Vegas here as we welcome you back on an afternoon. Coming to you from Mandarin, the heart of Mandarin. We are at Hurricanes Jointon Creek, our brand new Tuesday home. Obviously, Hurricanes Grill and Wings. We know about the wings. We know about the burgers. We know about the atmosphere. Do not sleep on the taco menu they have here as I welcome my buddy Trenton Torsia, who's going to join us here along with Patrick Young. Trent, joins us a lot of times during baseball season, college baseball season. Trent, you kind of hang out at this place a lot. You're in this area. Am I correct? The menu's unbelievable. The burgers, the wings, but I've already had 2 tacos here, different ones. They got a good taco menu.
The firecracker shrimp taco is amazing. I don't know if you've had that.
I'm not tough enough for that. Patrick Young, are you tough enough for that? I'm not.
Nope.
That's not that much heat. Come
Sounds
on,
tough, man. I'm not a hot guy, man.
I'm awful.
They also have like 42 different seasonings that you
flavors
can,
and
all that.
It's unbelievable. And relatively new owners. We had, and I got to ask you this because you know the owners. I mean, Josh and Callie, and they were patrons. They've got restaurant background. They were patrons for a long time here, and then the previous owners, discussed about maybe it's time, and they bought it. That's normally a pretty good testimony. If you're a patron and you like it so much and you buy it, these folks, they've done a wonderful job just keeping this tradition going. And this is a big community location, isn't it, this Mandarin Hurricanes?
Well, it is, and it butts right up to the marina.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of people that on the weekends come park the boat, they come in and eat, and then they get back on the boat and go,
that doesn't suck.
Tool around the St. Johns River.
Patrick, that doesn't suck.
No, that's not a terrible day.
Little humble brag there.
Yeah, hey, that doesn't stink. If somebody else like Brad Miller is doing the boating,
and
I'm just doing the riding and the eating and the drinking
and the sipping.
I want to talk a little baseball with Trenton Torsia. He's our baseball analyst a lot of times during college baseball season. And Patrick, you and I talked yesterday. I made a point to get it on yesterday, the Monday show, and I want to hit it again. I don't think you've heard what Brandon Sproat did in Double-A baseball. Sproat was
this is awesome.
He was the co-ace of Florida's run to the finals 2 years ago against LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they lost in the finals to LSU. Right. Brandon Sproat was the hard-throwing right-hander. Hurston Waldrop was the hard-throwing other right-hander. The 2 aces. Florida loses to LSU. They finished second in the country. Sproat was a star on that team. Waldrop's already touched the big leagues, up and down a little bit, got racked up a little bit. But, I mean, he's already – you're talking a year maybe of minor league ball. A half here and a half there, and then you're in. Sproat is knocking on the door. Get a load of this. His last start, which was probably several days ago, in Double-A, and you know as well as anybody, you played pro ball.
Right.
Double-A, if you play Double-A ball, you are big league level.
You're knocking on the door.
You're knocking on the door. You're waiting on a break. You're talented in Double-A baseball. Sproat's last Double-A start, former Gator pitcher, he just got called up after this start earlier in the week. He struck out 13 batters in Double-A, including the final 11.
11 straight.
Digest that, boys.
Wow, it's hard to.
Digest that. And got to the locker room, and there was a note that said, "You've got a plane ticket. We're gonna Uber you to the airport."
Were any of those you would have known? Were any of those innings immaculate? So if he had 11 straight,
I only saw. You can check it out on YouTube, and all they were showing was the third strike, and it was just paint. Have you ever? I mean, they say that's never been done. The final 11 batters were struck out. I mean, 3, 6, 9. That's almost 4. That's almost your final 4 innings. All of your outs were strikeout, in consecutive.
Hey, I don't think I've ever seen it. I'm not sure I've heard of it. That's not easy to do. I mean, not a pop up, not a ground out, not a.
No. And shame on me. I'm not sure what team he's with. Shame on me for saying that. But you got to believe, particularly, and Patrick, this is going to be a weird statement, but you got to believe if Sproat is with a big league club, and shame on me for not knowing it right now, that's not in contention, he gets called up quick. Right? If your team's not in contention, we'll bring him up, give him a couple, 3-4 starts.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right? As opposed to in contention.
Yeah. I mean, but also in AA, you're like one injury away, too, from being called up.
Yeah.
If you're that hot guy in the system. Because a lot of guys skip AAA. They go right from AA to the big leagues.
Yes, they do.
It happens all the time.
Yes, they do. Patrick's favorite team, and I'll let you jump in here, Patrick. Patrick loves the Chicago White Sox. This has been his team forever. He said he's got a kinship with the White Sox. White Sox, I predicted they would win last night and snap the streak. Didn't happen, boys.
I won.
21, Patrick, in a row, the wrong side, buddy. 21.
Well, the good thing is they got 2 more chances to beat the A's that aren't very good.
They got Oakland 2 more. So, fellas, that's 21 in a row. That ties the American League record of modern baseball. The Baltimore Orioles in 88 lost 21 in a row. Guys.
In 88.
The Chicago White Sox right now projected. They're projected to finish. They're 27 and 88 right now.
Yeah.
They are projected to finish, if this pace continues, 38 and 124.
That's amazing.
And 120 is basically the modern era loss total, the 62 Mets.
No, and I'm not
ouch
making fun of them. That's hard to do. It's hard to lose 21 straight games. And when you look at it, only 5 of their losses have been 1-run losses. So they're getting soundly beat.
I saw that.
And
I saw that.
What a good
their
stat.
run differential, you know how everybody looks at how many runs have you scored versus how many you've given up, is minus 251.
Oh,
and they're pacing to be a major league record. And the only other thing in the balance, and I'm kind of like a nervous laugh, is the Phillies post 1900 lost 23
in 61.
In 1961.
Yeah. So they're 2 away from really, really setting the record. Do you realize, Pat?
The entire MLB record?
Yeah. The 61 Phillies lost 23 straight in 1961. And how about this? This year's White Sox, they've already had earlier this year a 14-game losing streak, and that has been blown out of the water.
Yeah.
Think about that. You had a 14-game losing streak in the first half, and that's been blown out of the water with a 21 and counting.
Yep.
They started 3-22. That's a tough start.
Hey, by the way, there was a prop bet last night on the over-under number of fans that would show up in Oakland because, the A's are moving to Las Vegas.
And they're a mess too. Yeah.
It's a hot mess. And their over-under was 58 wins on the season. Oakland's was, to open up the season. Well, they had just under 5,000 fans.
Wow.
Which is
what a tough draw, Patrick. You've got Oakland that has basically, the franchise has said, here's the middle finger. We're leaving. And the franchise kind of historically wanted to say, you didn't support us. The fans are going, did you see the product you put on the field or didn't put on the field for years? How about trying to sell tickets last night or this series?
Yeah,
Oakland,
Moneyball, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Think about that over the years.
Oakland hosting the White Sox, and you're trying to sell tickets to that thing.
Oh, my gosh.
That's why I was talking to Patrick earlier this week, or just yesterday, obviously, it was earlier this week. You can't really do what I'm going to suggest because it would be almost white gloving your players in the face. But you almost want to do promotions from the negative side. But you can't because you would be poking fun at your own players.
Right.
But you can't what are your promotions tonight? What if they were at home? You almost want to say, all right, free bags over your head. Well, you would, right? But you can't do anything to poke fun at your own team.
No, you'd be patronizing your own.
Hey, if come out and see if the White Sox lose by 4 and you get a free Chick-fil-A. You can't really do that.
A streak breaking sandwiches.
Streak breaker.
Streak breaking.
That's what it should be. Now you got to find a willing partner or partners to come up with a nice prize that says, if you are in Chicago White Sox baseball stadium on the night the streak is broke, that ticket stub is worth, it's got to be something good.
Yeah.
It can't just be fries at Burger Shack.
Yeah.
Right.
That Patrick's eating right now. What hat do you have on, Pat? What's that
This
hat?
is a Bucky's hat, because Trent didn't I have no cowbell nor
you don't know that to be a fact.
Called out on live streaming. Called out.
I think I have a remedy for that. So
called out. Let's stay with baseball here. We got Trenton Torsia. I looked at Paul Skenes' numbers.
Insane.
Let me tell you this, guys. And I know the pitchers have their own award. Cy Young. NL Cy Young, AL Cy Young. You got MVP. Pitchers have occasionally won the MVP. I'm looking at Skenes' numbers, and if it wasn't for – there were 3 games in particular. He's 6-1, so he's had a loss. He's had 2 other no decisions. All 3 of those games, I know for a fact because Patrick and I have talked about it, he had no run support. You're talking about
one of his losses was a 1-0 loss.
Yeah, and gave up 4. Okay, so with that said, if he had a little more run support, he would probably be right now, and he didn't start the season in the big, so he missed 10 starts, 8 starts probably. If Skenes had a little more run support, guys, I think he'd be about 9-0, 10-0.
Yeah.
His ERA right now is 1.99. He struck out 107 in 86 innings. He should probably be 9 or 10-0 with about 7 or 8 more starts. I'm here to tell you, if he had a little more run support from the Pirates, Skenes might be up for the MVP of the National League. And I know they're supposed to win the Cy Young. What say you, Trenton Torsia?
Well, I mean, you look at it this way. You go, how many games over are if let's just say you go 17-2 and you're plus 15, then you look at the team and you go, how many is the team above 500 or whatever?
Right.
That matters. Here's the most impressive stat. And he's got 19 walks.
I did see that.
So if you do the
unreal,
if you do the ratio, that's 5.5 strikeout to walk ratio. Great pitchers
have
3-1.
Wow, and he's sitting at
5.5 to 1.
5.5 to 1.
5.6 actually. So
I want to stay on Skenes a little bit, and I want Patrick Young to tell me BS or not. I want Trenton Torsia to tell me BS or not. And I wonder if this is a Skenes stat. I don't know if you saw this. Within the last several days, one pitcher I know was Aroldis Chapman. I can't remember who hit the home run. And I can't remember the other pitcher just a night or two ago. Over the weekend, I noted this down. Aroldis Chapman, the big left-hander, he's late in his career now. He's late in his career, but he was a fireballer.
He's still throwing over 100.
He's still throwing 100? Wow.
Supposedly, and I think this might be Skenes-induced, and it might be a little fudging of the numbers because the 100-mile-an-hour number has become a sexy number in baseball because of Paul Skenes. Over the weekend, Chapman supposedly gave up a home run, on a 102.9-mile-an-hour pitch. I can't remember who the guy was, but he went yard. Yeah. And they swear that was the number. And there was a guy within a day or two in the bigs that supposedly hit 104. I'm calling BS on some of this. I'm calling this Paul Skenes. Patrick, thoughts on 104, 102.9? I'm calling a little BS on this. I think it's Paul Skenes.
I want to know how fast the ball was coming off the bat.
Off the bat.
That's
probably in the 118, 120 range.
120.
And keep in mind, to my knowledge, help me out, Mr. Coach and Mr. Pro Baseball Player. To my knowledge, it's still 60 feet, 6 inches from that plate, and then you're stepping into it. And my God, if it's coming off even faster.
There's an algorithm for that, and I'm not that good in math. I mean, so I was a communication major, but it is like a millisecond. I mean, you have no reaction time. The only thing you can do as a hitter is cheat your swing. So you've got to be sitting fastball. And if you get anything different.
And then flip it around.
You're done.
Guy hits it on the screws. You are 60 feet, 6 inches from the rubber. You've taken a stride. You've plant foot. you strode into the batter, and you're in an awkward position.
You're off balance.
And the off balance, a lot of times you're not looking. You're a pitcher. A lot of times your eyes, there goes Charles. Good to see you, buddy.
Funny.
And that ball's coming right back at you.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was working under Mike Jones and many other pitching coaches I had back in the day, they would tell you, like, when after you're going at your release, to kind of jump into a ready position, because that thing is, instead, because you see a lot of guys now when they release, they might fall to the side or their body just turns or sways. You don't really see MLB players doing that. And I'm like, man, that ball, there's been so many of those terrible comebackers.
Pat, you just made me think of something, and I want both you guys, we're going to stretch this a little bit, both you guys to jump in. I think what I'm going to throw out, the answer is going to be, most of it, Terry, is a machoism. But when I watch fast pitch softball, and they're 46 feet away, they're very close, they have the option of wearing a face guard.
Yeah.
If Major League, I don't know if it's legal or not.
I'm not even sure it's an option anymore.
I don't know if it's in Major League Baseball or Pro Ball an option. But if it is, I wonder if guys would do it just from that makes me look like a sissy.
Right.
I'm not going to wear that.
The MLB, if one player that, say, had because we just said, that was an incident in the box, but if you had an incident that happened and then he's like, I want to wear a mask or something like that when I pitch, you think the MLB would really say no, you can't?
But would the pitcher say, Trenton, you're a former pitcher? Now let me take it back to what you just said. You bring up a good point. Baseball helmets and the batters have adapted. They have this thing to kind of keep the ball from right. Yeah. They have this thing to kind of. So I think my answer to this is it might be legal. But who's going to be the first guy to go, I'm going to get ripped by my teammates? And what do you think about it?
Crazy.
It's got to be a
macho thing,
a Skenes or somebody like that. It has to be a high-level guy.
Good point.
That says,
it's so crazy.
It's just like if they, like when they had work stoppage. It's like, who's going to end this?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be a big-time guy.
Uh-huh.
It can't be.
I completely agree with you, and it's kind of sad, weird that it goes that way, because we got the Little League World Series going on right now. Mandatory that those kids have to wear the helmet with the metal mask in the front.
Yeah, in the front.
And wouldn't you think, going as you elevate, guys throw the ball harder.
Yeah. Now I guess maybe a theory is these are the greatest pitchers in the world, and they have great control. Well, things happen in life.
It doesn't matter.
Things happen in life, and you really sit here, and it doesn't go there. Oh, my.
And a guy runs into a pitch. Anybody, I mean, at that level, anybody can run into one of the two.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sitting on it.
Catching it this way or catching it off the bat. Yeah.
I can tell you, and I think I remember every event that I got line drive back to the body.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why don't you catch it? And instead, I would just turn my back, take it in the back. And it's like, well, put the glove out and catch it. I said, you have no idea how difficult that is to do.
I remember I had an incident.
That much time to react.
I had an incident, and it was hard to break. I was in college. I can remember this vividly. I had an incident where I don't know where it started, but it lasted a while, and it was hard to get out of it. An inside pitch or a lefty's pitch, when it would come way in, I'd kind of want to catch it. You know
what?
Yeah. And I had to break myself of it.
Yeah.
Before I broke my hand.
Right.
But does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yeah, the same way you would just turn your back.
Yeah.
On a ball coming at you.
Yeah.
Instead of catching it.
Yeah. Think about all the protective gear that the batter gets to wear now.
It's unreal.
The batter gets to wear all that gear. Now, some of it's for fouling the ball off. But yeah.
And now, think about Albies with the Braves, because he broke his back foot toe in his stance. Remember, the pitch came and hit the back foot, because normally they have that thing to protect their foot, the front foot from hitting the foul tip.
Wearing both feet. Then you got the thing on your elbow.
Trying to get to first base.
Yeah, right.
What about a suit of armor?
Trying to get to first base, Patrick. Let's take a break. We're going to keep Trenton Torchia around a little bit longer. We'll talk some more. The Braves, don't look now. I don't know if the Braves have done it or the Phillies have done it, but the Braves, for the first time in a long time, have cut the deficit to under 6. And the Phillies are scuffling. I didn't think they'd scuffle all year. They're hitting their first scuffle.
Yep.
Do the Braves have enough? I'm worried about the Braves with the wild card. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. Look at that Gator. That thing's coming to get you.
I don't want that.
Hey, you little Mississippi State Bullet, you better be happy. You don't play Florida this year, do you?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all
in Starkville.
That Gator's going to eat you guys alive. You know, that little Mississippi State Bulldog is an appetizer, let me tell you. That new coach of yours and all. Talk some baseball with Trenton Torsia on the other side. It is a Tuesday edition. We're at our Fun Tuesday home, our brand new Taco Tuesday location, Hurricanes, Jewington Creek. Stay with us, folks.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Malik.
Wow, look at that gorgeous shot. Holy cow. That's the home of the Fighting Dolphins. Patrick, look at that place right there. That's hallowed ground right there, my man. Look at that.
Nice yard.
Look at there. There's Coach Hayes fighting Dolphins.
Hazy.
That's the stadium that I built right there, Patrick Young.
You built the stadium.
You know, Ruth built Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium.
so did I, Patrick.
Yeah, that's the stadium that Norvelle built right there.
Yes.
I like it. Good bump back right there. Talk a little baseball, and they go Dolphins.
I like it. I love it.
Chris Hayes, boy, he's a good player at JU, and played a long time in minor league baseball. Worked his way up pretty high.
He's a good coach too.
Yeah,
You know what he's done? I thought he's getting those Jacksonville guys, not letting them get out of town.
I don't mean to turn this sad, but I want to go off what we just bumped in with as we welcome you back to a Tuesday edition. Hurricanes, Jewington Creek. This place will be crawling. Get here. I would say get here 5:30 at the latest for the Sunday, the 7 o'clock, right? 7 o'clock kick, I think, for the Jags on Saturday. 5 o'clock would be about the latest you want to get here. They're going to take good care of you. We talked to the owners. They're really big on, getting the permits and having the tents outside and as the season goes on. So if you're in this Mandarin area, you can't go wrong with making this your home football area in Mandarin. Hurricanes, Jewington Creek. I don't want to bring the show down, Pat, but I'm going to throw this to Trent. We talked about JU baseball a moment ago with the bump in. Great bump in, by the way, Casey. You were, I think, I'm not speaking out of turn, Tim Parenton over at UNF. You went back with him. He was over at UNF, and we lost him way too young. We lost him not long ago. Talk about him.
Yeah, so he actually took me out on my recruiting trip way back in the day, and he's from Jesuit High School in New Orleans. He was 3-sport All-State.
Wow.
He played.
How about that?
Yeah, hoops, football.
That's
and
all?
A lot of people don't know at Mississippi State he was a quarterback, played behind John Bond.
I remember John Bond. I saw John Bond play in person in Gainesville.
And he was
good.
Oh, yeah.
He was good.
Well, they ran the wishbone.
Yeah, and he could throw it too.
He could sling it a little bit. And so TP was a backup quarterback and a backup middle fielder.
How about that?
And it's hard.
But he went the baseball route. I mean, he really had a coaching resume, second to none, right?
Yeah, so he actually coached at Florida as an assistant under Pat McMahon. And they, I forget the years, but it was sometime in the 90s they finished runner-up in the College World Series.
They lost to Texas in the final series. Yeah. And he worked his way to a bunch of programs.
He went into pro ball.
And
then he was at Sanford.
I think so, yeah.
And that's Ohio Valley, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he won several titles there. And then ended up in the Rays organization. And then I think from there to UNF.
Yeah.
And
spent several years at UNF. Kind of
two tours.
Yeah, 2 tours.
He was under Smoke Lavelle.
Yep.
As an assistant.
Who made his name at LSU, right? Lavelle.
Yeah, under Skip Bertman.
And Parenton, got ill, but he really ingratiated himself in this community.
Yeah.
He was at every Little League camp he could be at.
He did a lot for walk-off with the
charity
the
and
clinics.
all,
And, the thing, I went to his service in New Orleans, and there were several teammates that came back, but they did something for him in Jack's Beach.
Nice.
And I spoke, and, there's a lot of great stories with TP. There's a lot of fun stories, and there's a lot of stories that
can't make the
air. But the guy never forgot a name, and it was just a genuine person that would do anything in the world for you. Anybody.
And I know, Patrick, yours is more basketball, but I know you've got guys that you look back now, and you might have been 10 or 12 or 14 or 16. I know I look back, and I ran into one of those guys at one of our shows at Twin Peaks. It was the day Florida was playing in the College World Series, and they had one of those 11 o'clock early first pitches because of rain. This past College World Series, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. And Patrick, we were doing a show at Twin Peaks, and it timed out the 11 o'clock first pitch. We were on the air at the time, 11-1 on the radio side before we moved here to streaming. And a bunch of baseball guys from Jacksonville, including, I won't name them all, but Howard Rowe and Terry Alexander.
Yep.
My junior college and my Division I coaches were there. And at the time, you didn't realize what Terry Alexander, great guy, local guy, Lee High School, wonderful human being, great baseball man. Howard Rowe, in his 80s, has done it for, since retired, but you didn't realize what a legend. I mean, Howard Rowe started coaching the FCCJ or FJC in 72 and coached through 88 or 90, whatever. And those guys that you mature into going, what a special human being. He didn't have to do this. He didn't have to do that. And you didn't know it, Patrick, that they were doing this and that at the time because you were too young and immature. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Both those things are true. Yes, both of those things are true. Very true.
And the time they're giving up and interesting. Hey, Patrick, Trent brought up during the break, France beat Canada today in basketball. That's a big upset, right? In the men's side. It's a big upset, I think. I mean, Canada's loaded with NBA guys.
And they said Canada was probably the most legitimate shot at taking down the U.S. Yeah, and they talked about how the game went down, and they finessed them. So Canada kind of plays, I guess, a big version of kind of bully ball.
Yeah.
And what's his name? The young French guy. Mboumoua, I can't say his name, but
Wemby. Just call him Wemby.
So Wemby, he only had he had like 2 points in the first half. So he was going with a small, quick lineup, and they took him out. And then I guess now the U.S. is taking care of Brazil. So,
but Patrick, that's kind of a big upset, though, isn't it? France knocking off Canada. I mean, Alexander.
No. Well, the way that it happened, for sure, they were blowing them out. The end of the game was a lot better. I'm a big fan of the big guy Lasorte
for France.
Yeah, he drew like 12 fouls as a big guy.
And I think we're in the knockout round now. If you lose, you're done because it's got to be over by Saturday, right? The United States. I don't know what the final score. They were winning big. So they won their quarterfinal. United States needs 2 more wins, semifinal, final, and they win the gold.
Right.
And are you? We've asked everybody this the last week. Have you hit? I have Olympic fatigue yet. I'm a little fatigued. It's so much. It's so pervasive. Everything you turn on, everything you read. It needs to end to me.
You know what rejuvenated me was track and field.
Yeah.
So because there's some great storylines there, and I don't know if you saw the story the other night. Is Noah Lyles guaranteed a gold?
Oh, yeah.
And he did not win any heat that he was in, but he had a fast enough time. He went out and won the gold on a body lean.
Yes, that was unbelievable. Pat and I talked about that. How about if you're there must have been 4 or 5 guys that crossed that finish line in the 100 men's that literally the next stride they took after the finish line, they probably were convinced they medaled at least, and they looked up and didn't because there were like 6 of them right there. Only 3 can medal.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a couple of votes here. Hands down, C. So that was the glitter guys from earlier. We also, Buddy George says he saw John Bond in Gainesville back in the mid-'80s when he was a kid. I was at the same game. They had a receiver named Danny Knight.
Yeah.
And John Bond, Florida wins the game. It was back and forth. Neither team was great. I think they were good. Both of them were good. But John Bond, Florida would carve out a lead. They had John L. Williams at running back, I believe. It's like 82. Florida would carve out a lead, 14 points. John Bond would hit an 80-yard pass to Danny Knight. Right? Florida would carve out a lead. John Bond would hit Danny Knight. Oh, you remember Danny Knight?
Oh, no, I was actually there.
Yeah, that was your
years. I started fall of 82.
That was your years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was Bonds last year, Danny Knight's last year.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of running back by committee, but what's his name? Emery.
Ballard?
Yeah.
Emery Ballard.
Who invented the wishbone, right?
Yeah.
They ran that dang wishbone.
And then,
it was
I don't know if you were
boring, but
I don't know if you were there at the time. Jackie Sherrill later got the job, and Jackie had some success at Mississippi State. And Jackie Sherrill, he kind of this was like late 80s. He prided himself on like having the biggest offensive line. Mississippi State would run out guys in the late 80s. They were 350 and 360.
Boys.
But the problem is you got to make sure you can move a little
Yeah,
bit.
they weren't. And they weren't like super athletic either. Like today, I could just say this: they weren't flat bellies.
Yeah.
And
I think we lost Patrick here. He may come back. I want to throw something. Oh, okay, he's still there. I want to throw another baseball thing, and we're at the top of the hour. We'll hold it, but just things we were talking about, like the face guard that softball wears. The pitcher's so close to the batter, and the batters now have the helmets with the little bit of protection for the side of the face that's facing the pitcher. And why don't Major League Baseball pitchers wear the face guard? We talked about that a little bit. Maybe it's a macho thing. Another trend that came and went, it seemed like every single Major League Baseball game that was played in the daytime outdoors, every batter was wearing Oakley sunglasses. It must have been 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
You're absolutely right.
What happened?
You're absolutely right.
That's a good question.
What happened to the Oakleys?
I think the kids stole them all because they're all wearing them.
And Trent makes a good point. You go to the little leagues, and they're all wearing them, but they're wearing them on the top of their hat because it looks cool. They're not really wearing them at the bat. Remember, everybody had Oakleys in the major leagues to hit the baseball. No doubt about it. Let's take a break here. 1 hour down, 1 to go. Trenton Torsia hanging out with us. Patrick Young is here as well. We'd love to have you participate in the show by jumping on the chat. We will read our chat text anytime we see something, and we hope we're doing a pretty good job of that. Love when you are involved in our show. We are coming to you from our Tuesday home on a dreary day. We're having a good time inside Hurricanes Jewington Creek. Back for the second hour right here on Action Sports Jacks.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
I couldn't get rid of her.
Hey, here we are back on our Tuesday location. I want to thank the good folks here at Hurricanes Joint Creek, right in the heart of Mandarin. We're here every Tuesday. We call it Taco Tuesday as I welcome the owner, Josh Perry, to the show. Patrick, I think you're still hanging out with us on a dreary day downtown as we look at the high shot there, Josh. Number one, we had Callie on last week. Good luck topping this, my man.
I'm probably not going to top it. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
She was big time. There's our buddy Patrick Young. And, Pat, we're going to visit with Josh a little bit. Feel free to fire some questions. Josh, we went with Callie, your wife, last week. You folks have taken over. You're the new owners, relatively new, I guess, April-ish?
Yes, April 15th we took over.
April 15th. So you've had, a good running start now as the owners here, Hurricanes, Joint Creek. She gave a good explanation, but I want you to hit it again. You're kind of a Mandarin guy.
Yeah, I grew up
this
here.
is kind of y'all's hangout, kind of your adult hangout, a good community place for a long time. And then the opportunity to possibly, you heard that it may be up for sale. The previous owners did a great job. Obviously, they've established this thing. And you and Callie kind of said, well, let's look into this. You've got a restaurant background. She has. And pick it up from there, how this thing happened.
Well, she laughed at me at first.
Okay.
She really did. It's like, we ain't buying a restaurant. And I'm like, we are buying a restaurant, and I'm going to right now. And
right out of COVID. Why not?
Right.
Why not?
Hey, no, nothing gained, nothing ventured, So I the opportunity came up, and I've known the owner for a long time from coming up here and growing up around here and stuff. And I told her, I for 5 years, I was telling her, hey, if you ever want to sell this place, give me first shot.
Okay.
Please give me first shot. I'd love to do it. And we always like collaborated on ideas like Halloween parties, Super Bowl parties. We do squares now for Super Bowl and stuff, and lots of cool things, to get people to come in here and have fun. We're going to do Halloween parties. We got football season ready to kick in. We're going to do great specials for football season. We've got 20 TVs, big screen TVs, so we have plenty of places to sit and watch the games.
Love that.
Thursday night, Sunday night. So yeah,
I mentioned a moment ago before you got on the air here, visiting with Josh Perry from the owner of Hurricanes here at Georgia Creek. Patrick, I mentioned that Callie was talking, and I don't want to speak out of turn here, but she said, if you go through the channels and get the right permits, that you can do, there's big parking back as well.
Yes.
You can do tents and stuff outside, and y'all might be leaning toward. Am I speaking out of turn?
No, absolutely. We already did it for our grand reopening.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, we had a big tent out front. We had 2 beer tubs with ladies out there serving beer and alcohol. Wait
a minute. Attractive ladies serving beer and alcohol?
Ladies. I just said ladies.
That's crazy. Who does that, Patrick?
Hey, everybody has their different.
Man, you're
likes
smart,
life.
man.
But so we out there. Hunter Hayes, he's a local guy. He's up and coming. He's singing. He just signed a record deal. He came out and sang and did a great job.
Hunter Hayes, super famous.
Well, it's the Hayes without the E. So he's a local kid, Hays. It's not
okay.
So
well, he's going to be super phrase. I'm speaking into existence.
Nice try, Patrick.
We played that word. We played on that a little bit. I'm not going to lie. We played on that. Nice. But it got everybody out here. We did a great grand reopening. Everything went great.
Yeah.
The food came out super fast and fresh. I mean, and no complaints about the food. We did keg bowling. We had raffles. We had a 50-50 raffle. We raffled off prizes and other stuff for door prizes and stuff.
Right.
And this place was packed out for like 5-6 hours. It was a great time. It was a great way just to introduce everybody. Like, hey, here we are.
So, do you think the outside, obviously, big games, big events, Florida, Georgia, Jaguar, that might be a staple? And I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yes.
But also, and Patrick, feel free to jump in. But Josh, April's great.
Mm-hmm.
April's March Madness just wrapped up, and football's over, and golf and the players and Major League Baseball and all. April ain't football season. Are you guys ready for football season?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Saturday.
I'm ready for something to do up here. I'm bored sometimes.
7:00 Saturday, Jaguars preseason game. What's the deal? Just, get here early. What do you tell people that are?
If you want to come in, always come in early. Get you a good spot, camp out. Have a good time. Order some food, and bring your buddies. And
there's really no. You can't reserve or that's asking for issues.
If it's a big party, if you're looking at 10 people plus,
or if you're Patrick Young, he can call.
If you're Patrick Young, give me a call.
But you can't really that's asking for confrontations and all. Just get here early. And make this your home bar. Make this your home hangout here.
I agree.
Patrick, I don't know if you heard Callie, and help me, Patrick, if you've ever heard this before. I've not. Callie, Florida Gator, Oregon Duck, passionate fan.
I know, right?
Down the middle. How you
Florida
are
State.
A Florida State fan.
Yeah.
First of all, what do you think of the glitter guys that we just picked on a little bit? The FSU glitter boys. You can't be proud of that, are you?
Yeah,
you got to run them out of town, don't you? At some point.
Nah, not really. It's okay.
Patrick.
I know. But
I agree. We all know this.
It's fun. I love the passion of people liking their team.
Absolutely.
And having the
absolutely.
The bickering back and forth. It's fun for us.
How deep
spicy.
into your relationship with Callie before you found out? And she's not. She was talking it. She's a Gator fan, and you're a Seminole.
Yes.
She talked the talk and Oregon. How long before you found that out? And did you have well, she's a nice girl, but I may have to shake her hand.
I almost had to. So I went to a Florida State alumni's championship game, Florida State versus Oregon Ducks. And you remember that game? Remember that game?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know she did it, but she put on her little Oregon Ducks outfit underneath.
Oh my!
Everything.
Oh my gosh!
And
oh my!
All Florida State fans, that even the Gator fans that are diehard Gator, nobody wore anything. It's Florida State party. Everybody wore Florida State.
Oh my!
Well, she goes zip and busts out the Oregon. I'm like, oh
Patrick.
Patrick.
Patrick. In a lot of cases, the guy is going, "My girl's doing a little strip tease." In this case, he's like, "No,
put your clothes back on.
Put your clothes out."
By the end of the night, they wanted to throw her in the pool, and I'm like, "Well,
oh my God.
I don't blame you." I said that.
Oh
I
my
said,
God.
I don't blame you. I want to throw her in the pool right now, but if you throw her in the pool, you're going with her. So
we talked about. Are you ready for the Jaguars Saturday?
Yeah.
Do you realize we are sitting here August 6th?
It's coming.
Florida State plays a real football game, the first real college football game, the first real football game with Georgia Tech on the 24th. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18 days. Are y'all ready here?
I can't wait.
Do you realize the Noles and the Jackets will get on a plane in about 2 weeks? Because you don't fly to Dublin the day before.
I know.
Like
you got to get there and adjust and everything.
Does this have a Florida State feel? Whoever shows up feel? How are you going to play that out?
I'm going to try to go to Dublin and watch the game. That's
You're going?
I'd like to. I don't know if my wife wants to go, but I think I'm going to go.
Holy cow.
Oh,
I might get some of my buddies together and go to Dublin and go
What
watch the game.
are your thoughts on the Noles? Incredible season last year. Weird ending.
Weird ending.
Very weird political ending.
What do you think of What do you think of those?
You know what? It's the past of the past. You got to move past that.
Well said.
Yeah.
Get on with the new guys. Get who's coming in now, and just go for glory again. And just
refreshing to hear somebody actually say that.
It's just it is what it is. But at this point, it doesn't do any good to get all mad about it. It's just new season. Let's go.
What do they say? Sometimes don't let one loss turn into 2 and 3 losses.
Yep.
Well, maybe let it go.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if we know each other well enough. We're getting to know each other, and I appreciate your sponsorship. I know Patrick does as well. We're excited about this partnership. I don't know if you know this. Patrick knows. I've told him a million times, and he's probably watching right now. My nephew, my wonderful nephew, about 5 years ago, he's a Jacksonville native. He works and lives here, late 30s, pushing 40. Great guy. My nephew, his given name, his name that he goes by, he's known, is Mike Norvelle.
Really?
And he is the biggest Gator fan in the world. Terry Norvelle. My whole family, I love the Gators. I won't fly. I hope I'm a good broadcaster. I want Florida to win every game in the world.
Oh, of course.
But when they stink, they stink. When they're terrible, they're terrible.
Yeah.
When I think another team's going to beat them, I tell you, there's a difference between who I want to win and who blah, 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 blah. About 5 years ago, my nephew's life in this town went upside down because FSU hired Mike Norvelle, spelled one letter different. He has no E on the end. We have an E. But can you imagine my nephew, everywhere he goes, presenting ID and checking out, are you related to you talk about a tough life, my nephew? Mike Norvelle, the big Gator fan.
Yeah.
And the head coach at Florida State is Mike Norvelle.
Norvelle, yeah. That's so funny.
How about that?
That's pretty funny.
Did
your nephew ever have the cornrows when he was younger?
You know, he did.
Oh, okay.
He did because he was a knucklehead when he was younger. Patrick, have you ever seen Mike Norvelle when he was young? He had the cornrows.
No.
Oh, it's a crazy picture.
You've got, number one, we all did stupid things when we were young. And this wasn't stupid. But if that's what I hear, Patrick said.
What's that?
He said that's
especially with our hair.
Doing stupid things. Yeah. Patrick, you got to go check it out on YouTube. Mike Norvelle, what was he, high school? Was that high school or college shot?
Yeah, I think it was a high school shot.
It's a high school shot. And it's his football. He's wearing his jersey. It's his football, like senior picture. And he's got cornrows, and he is straight cool, man.
That was a style back then.
But he's also 18 years old.
Yeah.
So
those are good times.
That guy right there, Patrick, smiling right there. Those those arms of his, he'll eat some wings here now.
Bring it. We got jumbo. I can't even eat 10 by myself.
Really?
I'm full after 10 wings.
How many flavors?
We have like over 11 flavors, maybe more.
And
we tweak some stuff.
Ridiculously hot, crazy hot.
Garlic inferno, the secret weapon. We got boss sauce. We got gridiron. We got mild, medium hot.
Are y'all able to
honey hot? We got a new honey hot.
Honey hot.
Yeah.
I don't know your the Hurricanes corporate rule. Can y'all tweak and make your own stuff a little bit here and there? How's that work?
Officially, no.
We
are corporate. We
can
do
you
exactly
have Jaguar smoking hot or?
So we have a thing here actually local that the owners originally did, and it's called Christie sauce. And anywhere else you go, it's called gridiron. And what it is, it's an awesome spicy sauce that I'm not going to give the recipe to. And we toss them in and we finish them on the grill. And when you finish them on the grill, it infuses that flavor into that wing, and it's a lightly grilled, a little bit of oh man, so good.
As we wrap up with Josh here, the owner of Hurricanes here in Jointon Creek, our Tuesday sponsor, Patrick, we got talking. I think it was this week or late last week. We just got your commercial thrown into our
so good.
loop.
Yep.
I remember when that commercial came out. It's a couple years old.
It's a couple years old. Yeah, they're working on something new now.
Isn't it hilarious, Patrick? Though
so
the whole
commercial.
The marketing person was ingenious. The review and going in. It's a good spot, isn't it, Patrick?
Oh, great! Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job on that. They really did.
And then the official comes out. He's got barbecue sauce, and he uses the flag to clean it off. It's a good spot. And you folks will see it here in a moment. All right, so you guys think you're ready for Saturday, right?
Yeah,
you got to be.
I'm ready.
It's go time.
Preseason.
Can't wait.
Thanks so much, my friend. We appreciate it. It's Josh Perry from Jointon Creek right here. We're in the Hurricanes at Jointon Creek, basically in the heart of Mandarin, at the foot of the Jointon Creek Bridge. You can't miss it. It's been here a long time, and they have done a great job just continuing the quality here at Hurricanes. We're proud to be partnered up with these folks. We're here every single Tuesday, and we hope you come by at some point and visit with us when we're here on a Tuesday. They've got fun stuff, Patrick, all the time. including the trivia guys about to roll in. I keep telling this trivia guy, he comes in after us, Patrick, on Tuesday. I keep telling my man, I want you to get here early enough to throw me and Patrick a couple questions.
I know, right?
Dude, as smart as we are, we'll hit everything, wouldn't we?
I think so.
I'm smart, Patrick. Did you know that? I'm really smart. Harvard of the South.
Harvard of the South, baby.
I can't imagine conversation between me and Steve at the anniversary party. Oh, boy. My man Mike's talking about the big Coach Spurrier anniversary party. I'm looking forward to that, man, this Saturday. We have 3 tickets left, I think. I think we're down to 3 now for Monday. We'll do our show live at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill this Monday, 4 to 6. Patrick Young signing autographs, book signing right outside Spurrier's on the stage. And then 7:15, we go in. If you want to sit at our table, we eat dinner at 7:15 Monday. It's going to be a big time. 3 tickets left. Reach out to me somehow, some way, and you won't get closed out. I'll take good care of you while they last. Let's come back after this quick timeout. It is a busy, busy Tuesday edition. We'll check in on some basketball scores and some other topics here to kick around on a Tuesday, brought to you by, of course, Hurricanes, Jointon Creek.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Where it goes. Whoa, look at that shot. That right there means football season. Doak Campbell Stadium. Now, I'm assuming that's the old shot. You know, they just redid a bunch of Doak, right? This whole season will be limited capacity as we welcome you back. Trenton Torsia back here.
Glitter guys will be there.
And Patrick, you remember that now. Doak Campbell is torn up a little bit, and it's going to be torn up because the renovation is going to take several more months. So they're having an issue as we welcome you back here, Tuesday edition, the Young and Norvelle show here, coming to you from our Tuesday brand new home, 3 weeks into it. Hurricanes, Jewington Creek. Yeah, there's some and I've thrown this out, gentlemen, that schools like Florida need to pay attention to what FSU is doing. All your other big schools, because the trend now in stadiums, and FSU's doing it, they're renovating it. They've got to get modern. Their stadium, you can't have the bench seating and call that premium anymore, blah, blah, blah. But to do modern and the amenities, you lose capacity.
Yeah.
Florida State right now, they're only going to have like 50,000 for this year.
Yeah.
So a lot of seats, you're just out this year. And then a lot of them are getting gone permanently because
the glitter guys' seats aren't going to be gone.
No, they always got a seat.
Are they still leading the voting, by the way?
Yeah, they're leading.
Oh,
they're
leading the
most,
voting. Or college, Texas A&M actually is getting some votes too.
They've got a couple votes. Okay, A&M's got a few votes. But FSU literally is kind of the guinea pig for Florida's going to go through it. I mean, the Gators are about to embark. Florida State's deep into their renovation. And this is going to be that final year where their plan is, guys, to have it all done, spit shine, in a brand new-ish Doak Campbell Stadium to welcome Alabama next year. Opening game is Alabama next year.
Okay.
Well, Florida's about to do it, and all these stadiums are about to do it. The Gators are going to knock down capacity. It's the right thing to do. We're not in the era of selling 100,000 seats anymore. It's hard. You better be winning 12 games a year. But B, the era of to get 100,000 in, you got to be, you're sardines.
Yeah.
And nobody's paying for a bench seat, no back, cram next to the guy, right? Nobody's paying for
the old Orange Bowl.
The old Orange Bowl is a perfect
Your
example.
seat was this wide.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So FSU, in a weird way, FSU football is a double guinea pig. They're the guinea pig with this conference lawsuit going on, and they're setting the tone, I think, for that. They didn't really want to be the guinea pig, but they are. And I think they're kind of the first big stadium that's – there's been a big pushback of Seminole fans going, what do you mean I have no seats this year? Or what do you mean my seat's gone from here to there? What do you mean? But you can't make everybody happy all the time.
No, you can't. And I'll tell you, one of the things where these stadiums are going now with the suite boxes, and they all have individual lockers where they stock their lockers. They allow you to come into the stadium.
How about that?
And stock your locker.
Like a cigar bar place.
Yeah,
cigar,
100%.
Yeah.
Or a
Wow.
nice steak restaurant.
How about that, Patrick?
something.
I didn't know that. Or a steak restaurant.
So you go in and you put your whatever your beverage of choice is, and they open up like 5 hours before the game.
Yeah.
So if you want to take a whatever you want to drink.
Yeah.
And
do you have access during the week probably if you want to swing by Wednesday?
they give you certain times. Like they go, what if it's a Saturday?
Yeah.
Say it's a Saturday 6 p.m. You can come in from 10 to noon.
Yeah.
Fill your lockers.
Yeah, and then come back for the game.
Interesting.
Well, I will say this, and this is a little futuristic, but I truly believe we are going to this point. I will be dead and gone probably. This may be 20, 25 years ahead, but Pat, I want you to hear this, Trent, and comment. I truly think we are heading to the point where the actual stadiums where the football games are being played at, you may end up having 20,000 instead of 75,000 seats. The 20,000 seats are going to be big, almost.
Oh, you think it's going to get luxury?
I
like
think
recliners or something?
I think you're in your easy room, in your easy chair, where it's a big Captain Kirk run the Enterprise, right? And you have everything in it. I truly think that's where stadiums are going because we saw that, Patrick, we saw that graphic. Hell, I still have it. The actual money you make off seats isn't huge. Your money's from your TV. So you can just say to hell with 80,000 putting up with this. Let's get 20,000 premium paying seats.
Yep.
I think
that
that's
probably covers the cost of 80,000.
It probably covers the cost of 80,000.
But what happened? So if you do that, what happens to the casual fan that says, "Hey, I want to take my kids to a college football game"? That's out.
TBSS. Too bad. So sad.
Really terrible.
Yes. I mean, Patrick, I still have that.
I don't know, Patrick. I think
I'm just telling you. I've got that graphic somewhere, Patrick.
I think there is going to be more luxury options. You know, I went to the movie, and I went to the movie theaters for the first time in a long time this past weekend, and yeah, I mean the seats were lazy boys.
Yes. Hell, the movies are getting like that.
Yeah.
And that's
to get you to go to the movies. They're not trying to put 300 in like this.
They used to.
They're trying to put 75 in. They're paying $45 to get in, right? Here's that graphic I was talking about. NFL last year, this is 2023 revenue from the Big Four. Ticket sales for the NFL, 17%. That's minuscule. Their money comes from the national TV.
For the cable and stuff,
Their TV.
Okay.
Ticket sales for Major League Baseball. Well, keep in mind, baseball has 162 games.
Right.
So that kind of skews it a little bit. Ticket sales for the NBA. And the NBA and baseball, it's hard to count ticket sales against the NFL because of the number of games.
Mm-hmm.
You got 82 in the NBA. You've got 162 in MLB. You've got 17 in the NFL. But yeah, that right there is 66%.
Because even hockey too that's a long
and
season.
Hockey. And the other thing that I think stood out to Patrick and myself when we had this on a week or so ago, the NFL doesn't give a rat's about local TV media anymore. The local station that carries their game or carries their coach's show is so minuscule, and that explains what they make their money off the big boys.
Yeah,
they make their $13 billion a year right there. The local media, and I went on a little diatribe about this the other day. You go to the Jaguar game, and this hasn't always been this way in 30 years. It kicked in about 15 years ago. Your media parking is a long way away now. Used to be Lot J right there. You'd park and you could go right up there. And, if you're carrying gear, if you're with your camera guy or you're helping your camera guy or you're carrying tripod, nope. And that explains it. You don't factor anymore. The NFL, they're covered so much by the big boys right there. And you see it, 66%, $13 billion, NBC, ESPN, CBS, blah, blah. They don't need the local newspaper guy, old school. They don't need the local sportscaster guy, old school, anymore to make sure that every night during the week they go, hey, and don't forget the Jaguars are playing at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Get your tickets now. That's blasted by the national boys.
Yeah.
They don't need you anymore. 1%. They don't even care.
Well, yeah, and then throw in the whole social media piece of it too, where they go, you're going to find, if you got to find where the game is, you're going to find where the game is. You don't need to put it on the television or the news or whatever.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
You brought up, and we're going to probably push a couple topics to tomorrow. You brought up a point, though. Which one of these NFL camps, there's been like back-to-back riot fights on the field? What's going on? And Patrick, I think you know about it too. What was it, Trent? Which team?
So the Giants and the Lions.
Okay.
for the second day in a row, had a brawl.
Joint practice,
had a brawl. So my first thought would be, is it the heat, right? Because it's hot everywhere and tempers flare, but it seems to happen every year. But I think these 2 days were like melees because it made national news.
Good ones, huh?
And the one today circled around Malik Neighbors, the
receiver,
who's projected to have a huge year. I don't know who's going to throw him the football. That's a whole other story for another day.
Hey, we have a winner. Patrick, we have a winner. Was that you?
Ding. A winner.
Did I hear a ding?
Yeah,
oh, you did hear a ding. My bad. I was trying to. My laptop needed to get plugged in.
We have a winner.
Hit this bowl. There you go.
A winner, Patrick Young. You're the winner. So they've had. I saw one 2 days ago. They had another one.
They had another one today.
Now, if the Giants aren't supposed to be good, right? The Lions are good. The Lions were good last year.
The Lions were.
I don't want to
contenders
lose
last
my
year,
guy in a melee if I'm the Lions.
Well, and you don't want to lose your first-round draft pick either.
Yes.
If you're the Giants.
Good point.
So why is he getting in there and mixing it up? And that's where you got to get. It's like in hockey, the goons have to come in and take care of it. Like, get my guy out of the way. Let me take care of it here.
Patrick, at the University of Florida, 4 years, you played a lot of basketball. You played a couple of years of professional basketball in Europe. Did you ever get to this point with an opposing player? A get off me, a brawl. Did you ever get heated?
No. Of course, there were times where someone
because you were chicken
or whatever, but it never got. No, punches didn't have to get thrown.
Were you chicken?
He's a big guy, man.
No, you talk, you cussing at the guy and yelling at him and saying stuff, but it never got to. Man,
Here's what I say. Were you chicken?
Chicken, yes, I was chicken, Terry.
Or
I don't believe that for a second.
Or Patrick, were you turkey? That's the greatest turkey call ever, is it not?
Or is he
Patrick? Is that not great? Look at the turkeys coming up here.
Or was he?
Look at the turkeys coming up here.
Or was he a jacked 6'10" guy that nobody wanted to mess with?
Was that what it was, Patrick?
That's the kid. Yeah.
Huh?
Had to be.
Huh?
That's it. I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Because there's no way. I'm like, why am I going to get into all that? Especially if you're athletic and, the big clumsy 7-footer that, just stands under the rim. There's no way he wants a piece of that.
Patrick's just a sweet. Patrick,
these idiots still punching each other with helmets on.
How about that?
Isn't that crazy?
How about that? Throwing a punch to a helmet.
I've wondered about that. It's
and then the other idiot that's going to say, I guess I'm tough. I'm taking my helmet off.
Yeah.
Why would you take your helmet off? And then swing your helmet guy.
Swing your helmet guy.
That was Myles Garrett a few years ago, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
And he just barely missed Rudolph. That would have been so bad if he caught him.
No, that would have been.
Hey, supposedly the Jaguars got a little pushing and shoving with receivers and getting hit late, and Gabe Davis and Christian Kirk and DBs.
Yeah, they talked about that last night on the news.
Is that right?
I saw that. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and they're the receivers are defending each other or whatever.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a pack mentality, receivers versus.
So that begs the other question in sports, like if you don't stand up for your guy, I'm in the wide receiver room and I don't stand up for my guy, am I ostracized a little bit? But you're looked at. Wait a minute, Terry, you stood over there and
you're 1,000% looked at differently.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, you'd have to be.
Terry, that's what we were talking about with Caitlin Clark a while back. Like, man, she's getting beat up and no one's stepping up for her.
Teammates, not Trent. We go to break here. You pitched for a long time, pitched in pro ball. Baseball has a lot of unwritten rules. Did you have to be told to kind of high and tight a guy, or did you understand? When you were young, did you ask a guy, am I supposed to go chin music on this kid? What am I supposed to do here? Because baseball's got that unwritten rule. When it crosses a line, I need my pitcher, particularly before pitcher, I need my pitcher to help me out.
I have a couple good stories, but I mean, the answer is I did not have to be told.
Okay.
To manage the game.
Yeah.
They are unwritten rules, and you don't even have to, like, you could look and make eye contact with a teammate when you didn't even have to do that.
Did you go wasting down or?
No.
I mean, supposed to go below the waist, kind of, right?
Well, Sarah's digging, isn't it, Trent?
Yeah,
he's digging, man. He's trying to find something.
I'm gonna get some former minor league guy that Trent hit in
I'd say the ribs
in Gulfport, Mississippi. He's gonna come rolling in here saying, "I remember when you hit me, you little son of a gun."
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you were the 9-hole hitter, and I had an 0-2 count on you. Why am I gonna hit you? Come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I told a guy that. I'm like,
come on, dude.
Get down to first base.
Yeah,
I'm not hitting you.
Why would I put you on base? You have no chance of getting on base, right?
I do have a story, though, if I could share it. I don't know if it has to be after the break or not.
Let's take a break, come back. We'll slowly wrap things up. Been a fun Tuesday edition. They're all fun here in Mandarin. We are in the heart of Mandarin every single Tuesday. Big trivia night coming up, too. They do trivia an hour after we're done. And there's Patrick. I'm going to see if he's got a sports question for us. Maybe he's got one sports question.
I got some stuff.
You ready, Patrick?
I sent you a picture.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw. He's got one. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do, Patrick. Gators helmet going to be on the field in a few weeks with the Miami Hurricanes, August 31st in Gainesville. The Noles and the Jackets kick it off a week earlier, August 24th. Hang tight. One segment left here on a Tuesday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show, right here from Hurricanes, Jointed Creek.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding with Bold City Heating and Air. It's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bolt City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bolt City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who's coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at BoldCityAC.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. BoldCityAC.com. And they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at BoldCityAC.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
There we go. Good look at the statue outside Doak Campbell Stadium right there. Florida State, Chief Osceola Renegade right there. That place will be buzzing here in a few weeks as college football is upon us.
Is that Chief Nakahoma?
Yeah, no, that's not Chief Nakahoma. That's for the Braves. That's Renegade and Osceola as we welcome you back. Patrick Young, I don't know what hell he's doing. Is looking. What are you doing over there, Patrick? Yeah, there you go.
Wrestling.
He's playing NCAA.
Yes, that's what he's doing. Patrick Young is right there. Trivia Patrick is right here next to me. And on Tuesdays, we're here until 6, 4 to 6. And then 7 o'clock trivia every Tuesday right after us here at Hurricane. Something always going on. Welcome. You've got a couple trivia questions. Sir. You're here every Tuesday night.
Yep.
And then you're also at Dick's Wings in Orange Park.
Yep.
On Thursday,
7 o'clock, same time.
All right, Patrick, time for you and I to show off. You and I are a team right here, pal. You got it? Give me a pinky swear.
When we come with the answer, we say, all right, this is what we're going to say.
Give me a pinky swear, Patrick. Pinky swear. Where's your pinky? All right, there we go. All right, Patrick, let's try a few questions here. You know I went to JU, right? Private Institution of Higher Learning. I like to call the Harvard of the South. All right.
I've heard that, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Here's your sports question.
Well, here we go, Pat.
What is bigger in diameter? An NHL hockey puck or a PGA golf hole?
Ooh, you see what he's asking? Could you take a puck and put it in the golf hole?
Oh, that's a good one.
Patrick, that's a good question. You son of a gun. You should be a trivia leader. You know that?
I might.
How about that?
I might.
Patrick, what are you leaning? You got a feeling?
Hey, man. I mean,
puck or a?
Could this be a trick question to say that they're the exact same?
It's not a trick question.
Yeah, he's not. This guy's not rolling up here doing a tricky.
I've held a puck in my hand before. I wish I had one to grab.
Wish you hadn't said that out loud.
I've probably been on a golf course. Not more than you have, but I'm sure you haven't been on one in a long time, Terry.
You shut your filthy mouth. Worry about
your golf. You barely play.
All right, so the hockey puck. What are you? We got to have a consensus. What are you thinking? The hockey puck or the golf hole?
Gosh, I think the hockey puck is bigger and wider in diameter.
Right, he's going hockey puck. I'm going golf hole. The answer is
golf hole.
Oh, Patrick
is bigger in diameter.
Hey,
by how much?
Trivia, Patrick. Yeah, by how? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. So the golf hole is 4 inches, 4.25 inches.
Okay.
And the puck is 3 inches in diameter.
Oh,
Patrick, I need you to pick it up, okay? Okay, Patrick, trivia, Patrick. Look, I want you to see this. Here's our scorecard. P for Patrick, T for Terry. That's an X for Patrick.
Okay.
And a check mark for Terry.
Okay.
All right, we got, how much more time we have here? We got, let me see. We got plenty of time. Give us another one.
You want a sports question?
Whatever you got, pal. I'm versed in everything. I am a Renaissance man.
All right. We'll stick with sports.
I'll carry you, Patrick. Just hang on.
All right, I appreciate that.
In tennis.
Oh, man, I got this one.
A score of 40-40 in a game is called what?
You know what, Patrick? It's my middle name, Love. Or Deuce.
Or Deuce.
It's not love. It's Deuce.
Deuce. Love or Deuce. I love Deuce. I wish I had said that.
Oh, my gosh. These guys are monsters.
One more. So, Patrick, I'm going to give you that one.
Do a tiebreaker?
I'll give you that one. I'm going to say I missed that one. All right. Deuce. One more.
All All right.
At least one more. Maybe not a sports one.
Yeah, that's fine.
One more sports and one more general. How about that, Patrick?
All right.
One more sports.
I'm getting mesmerized by the heavyweight wrestling match.
Pat, I'm going to need you to focus. You're on a live sports show.
Holy moly.
Part of your name is right there, Young. Focus. See your name right there? Young. All right, trivia, Pat, what do you got?
All right, you ready for a movie question?
Patrick, how you do with movies? I don't go to the movies very often.
Well, what was that one movie I still haven't seen yet that you were really disappointed in?
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, so
I hope
maybe
it's
not.
an old
We'll
movie.
see.
I don't go to the movies very often.
All right, from the Terminator movie series, what was the name of the main protagonist played by Linda Hamilton?
Sarah Connor.
That is correct.
Sarah Connor with an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. Patrick, I'm back in the game, baby. That's a check for me. I'll give you one, Patrick, too. Is that now?
That should have been the question. I like if that question would have been like, "What's the name of the technology that destroys the world?" You know that one, Terry?
No.
Skynet.
Nope. Yeah, Skynet.
Skynet.
Yeah,
Skynet movie.
Yeah. Skynet.
It's in every episode. Yeah, Skynet's the
that wasn't a question. Hey, that wasn't a question. That was not an official question. All right, Patrick, trivia, Patrick. What do you got?
All right. General question: what city is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Patrick, you know
Museum?
this. I know this. You know this, Patrick.
That's
Come on.
Memphis.
We get to talk among ourselves, right? Patrick, may I overrule you because, well,
I'm thinking of blues.
All right, you're going Memphis?
No, I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong.
How do you know you're wrong? Stick by your first gut, right? Your gut feeling is right. I'm going to say because, well, I graduated from a private institution of higher learning. I like to call it the Harvard of the South. I would say Cleveland is the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Cleveland is correct.
Are these the varsity questions or the junior varsity questions? When are you going to get the big boy questions?
I got you next week.
Patrick, am I showing off here? Should I back off a little bit? You got another one?
I do. All right, give me a second.
Patrick,
are these the ones you're using tonight?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Good question, Patrick Young. Good question.
All right, hang on a second.
We should give a bonus question for somebody. All right. Do you want me to dummy down a little bit? Patrick, you hear what I'm picking at him? I'm picking at him. He's a guest on our show, and I'm picking.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, Patrick, trivia, Patrick, you want me to dummy down a little bit, or am I
never gonna want
Are you too? All right.
Am I too
smart?
smart?
You ready, Pat? You ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him on this one.
There we go.
All
Don't
right.
do any calculus or anything stupid like that. Let's go.
All right. In 2012, the clock tower that houses the famous Big Ben clock was officially renamed to this.
Big Ben. That's a terrible question.
Dang, that's a great question. I
Patrick,
didn't realize it's not called the Big Ben anymore. This is I'm 12 years late.
Can you give us a little clue? Just a little? I mean, come on.
It's a queen's
What's
name.
the new name?
Whoa. It's a queen's name. All right. So, Patrick, help me. Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Latifah.
I got the name.
Queen Latifah?
No. Alexa, stop. I can't. I'm cheating now. I mean, I want to see if you get it. I'm not going to answer.
Patrick, you can't do it.
But I want to see if you can get it.
Okay, wait a minute. We got 3 minutes left.
It's the tower, the clock tower.
I think
yeah,
you
but I think you ruined the question, so we got to kick it out. One more question.
Terry, no, you got this.
Queen Latifah.
It's easier than you think.
Tower. It's
Elizabeth Tower. I said Elizabeth, didn't I?
No.
All right. Roll the tape. I said
Easy
Queen
one.
Elizabeth. I said Elizabeth.
If you would have listened to me, I think you would have gotten it.
Shut your filthy mouth.
In
Go ahead.
in what city was this year's Major League Baseball All-Star Game held?
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
I didn't watch it.
Sometimes I even impress myself. Okay? I would say Arlington, Texas.
That is correct.
Patrick.
Hey. Hey, you put.
Do we have time for one? Do you have one more?
Put that
do you have a hard one?
next to your,
Even a hard one.
Hold on, Patrick. He's going to try and find a hard one this time.
You didn't know Elizabeth Tower.
I said Elizabeth. Please run the tape.
You didn't get it. You didn't get a confirmation.
Shut your filthy mouth right now.
All right. This is a U.S. landmark question.
U.S. landmark. This is Patrick Young's wheelhouse. Patrick Young, U.S. landmark. This is your wheelhouse.
At Mount Rushmore.
Not Mount Rushmore, you said?
At
Mount
Rushmore. Which U.S. president is the only one to have any details depicted below the chin line?
Below the chin line.
Lincoln?
Oh, man. I think it's Teddy Roosevelt. He's got a little monocle working, I think.
Below the chin line?
Below the chin line. So, meaning they're all busts from the neck up, but one of them goes maybe a shirt collar or something. Wow, it'd be just a guess. Patrick, your guess was Abe? Is Abe on there?
You got to make sure.
I think it's Roosevelt. It's Jefferson. It's Abe. And we're going with Abe.
Oh, wow.
You confident, Abe? Let's go with Abe.
Pat, turn the lights off.
Pat, quit cheating. For God's sakes, we can see you cheating.
Yeah, I did.
Is it Abe?
You're wrong.
Nope.
Who is it?
George Washington.
Super stuff, man. That's good stuff. We got 50 seconds
He
left.
was good.
All right, if you want more
he got
trivia.
his tie and collar.
Yeah. George
Not even
went
close.
formal. George went formal. Thank you, buddy. If you want to play some trivia, about 1 hour from now, they're playing it right here at Hurricanes, Julington Creek. You're good to go. That's Trivia Patrick. And, Pat, we did pretty good, man. We did pretty good, I think.
You did.
We did.
You did great.
We did. Well, Pat, I'm a little older and a little smarter than you, okay? Did your mom get to hear that? How smart I was?
No.
No, tell her.
Oh, my
tell her,
mom
right?
would have put us to shame, wouldn't she?
You will tell her. That'll wrap it up. Let's get out of here on a fun note. Thank you to Patrick from the trivia group here. He'll be here starting at 7 o'clock. That'll wrap it up. We'll do it again tomorrow from Twin Peaks. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream same channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com. And while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are